Hi everyone, I am Muhammad Tofiq and you are enjoying English literature. Today we will discuss more about English MCQs, and this is part 12 of more than 8,000 MCQs. So let's start our today's session, and the first question for today is question number 230. The supernatural element that figures and Macbeth are option A, ghosts, option B, witches, option C, angels, option D, both A and B, and the right answer for this question is option D, both A and B. Supernatural elements in Macbeth are witches, the ghost of Banquo, the air-drawn dagger. Macbeth is a tragedy in 5 acts by William Shakespeare, written sometimes in 1605 to 1607, and it was published in first folio of 1623. Next question is, which of Jane Austen's novels begins with this sentence? It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man and physician of a good fortune must be in want of a wife. Option A, Pride and Prejudice, option B, Emma, option C, Mansfield Park, option D, none of the above, and the right answer for this question is option A, Pride and Prejudice, and these are the opening lines of this handsome novel written by Jane Austen. Pride and Prejudice was published on 28th of January 1813. This is called Novel of Manners. Question number 232. The phrase willing suspension of disbelief is associated with option A, Wordsworth, option B, Coleridge, option C, Keats, and option D, Byron. And the right answer for this question is St. Coleridge. Suspension of disbelief means to allow oneself to believe that something is true even though it seems impossible to the flawed. Examples of willing suspension of disbelief is, in reality, Superman cannot fly, but in literature we can see that Superman is flying in a film. This is called willing suspension of disbelief. This term was coined by Samuel Taylor Coleridge in 1817. Next question is, testing of flora in the country green, dance and provenical songs and sunburnt mare. These kids lines from Nightingales has dash figure of speech. These are the lines of Ode to Nightingale, and we have 4 options. Option A, synesthesia, option B, personification, option C, oxymoron, option D, none of these, and the right answer for this question is synesthesia. Synesthesia is a neurological condition in which information meant to stimulate one of your senses stimulates several of your senses. So the right answer is synesthesia. Question number 234. Who wrote plays that were all tragedies? Option A, Shakespeare, option B, Ben Jonson, option C, Christopher Marlowe, option D, none of these, and the right answer for this question is option C, Christopher Marlowe. He wrote 6 plays in all were tragedies. Tamburlaine, it was published in 1590, it was tragedy. Then The Jew of Malta, published in 1592, it was also a tragedy. Then Edward II, also published in 1592, it was also a tragedy. And then The Massacre of Paris, it was published in 1593, it is also a tragedy. And then Dido, it was published in 1594, it was also a tragedy. And then the last play of Christopher Marlowe, Dr. Faustus, it was published in 1604, and it is also a tragedy. So he wrote 6 plays and all were tragedies. Now question number 235. In which of the following do we find the caricatures of Coleridge, Byron and Shelley? Option A, Thomas Lowell, Peacock's Nightmare Abbey, option B, Hardest Test, and option C, Huxley Find Counterpoint, and option D, none of these. And the right answer for this question is option E, Thomas Love Peacock's Nightmare Abbey. It is a satire, and we find the caricature of Coleridge, Byron, and Shelley in this work. Question number 236. Walter Scott, who popularized the genre historical novel, used the first in his novels for the purpose of option A, recreating history, option B, showing his interest in history, option C, exploring as to how the present has come about, option D, none of these. And the right answer for this question is exploring as to how the present has come about. Question number 237. Who was known as Morning Star of Reformation? Option A, John Wycliffe, option B, Langland, option C, Pope John Paul, option D, none of these. And the right answer for this question is John Wycliffe. John Wycliffe is called the Morning Star of the Reformation because of his contribution to changing the Catholic Church and his call for reform. Question number 238. Arnold's judgment of Chaucer is that Chaucer was option A, a great classist, option A, a great classic, option B, not a great is the classist, option C, is great is the classist, and option D, none of these. And the right answer for this question is option B, not is great is the classist. Question number 239. Ramana is a novel in which the readers are expected to identify the character with actual people. Option B, there are caricatures of contemporary figures, option C, both A and B, and option D, none of these. And the right answer for this question is option C, both A and B. As we all know that Roman Cliff means novel with a key. Roman Cliff novels are loosely fictionalized novel based on real world events that have been a popular form for famous writers for centuries. Question number 240. Who was the first poet laureate in England? Option A, Alexander Pope, option B, John Dryden, option C, William Wordsworth, and option D, Lord Tennyson. And the right answer for this question is option B, John Dryden. John Dryden was appointed poet laureate in the year 1668 and he was appointed by Charles II. Question number 241. The character Michael Lambourne and Kenilworth is creation of option A, Jane Austen, option B, Walter Scott, option C, Robert Southey, and option D, none of these. And the right answer for this question is Walter Scott. Kenilworth novel published in 1821 and Michael Lambourne was also the character of this novel. So the right answer for this question is option B, Walter Scott. Question number 242. Arbuthnot in Pope's epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot is option A, the satiric voice that addresses, option B, the writers in first person singular, option C, an adversarian, option D, none of these. And the right answer for this question is an adversarian. Question number 243. Who among the following can be considered the mouthpiece of Dryden and his essay of dramatic poesy that was written in a dialogue form? Option A, Critias, option B, Nando, option C, Lycidius, option D, Eugenius. And right answer for this question is option B, Nando. Question number 244. Which literary group derived its philosophy from More's principle Ethica, which says, by far the most valuable things are the pleasure of human intercourse and the enjoyment of beautiful object human progress? Option A, the University Wits, option B, the Cavalier Poets, option C, the Bloomsbury Group, and option D, none of these. And the right answer for this question is the Bloomsbury Group. Bloomsbury Group was a circle of artists, writers, and intellectuals, including Virginia Woolf, her sister Vanessa Bell, their brothers, and Leighton Strachey and E.M. Forster. Question number 245. The character Atticus that figures an epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot is a satirical portraiture of option A, Addison, option B, Steele, option C Dryden, and option D none of these, and the right answer for this question is option A Addison. Question number 246 shows Misaligns is about the option A man-woman relations, option B parent-child relations, option C both A and B, and option D none of these, and the right answer for this question is shows Misaligns is about parent-child relation. Misaligns is a play written in 1909 by George Bernard Shaw. The play takes place entirely on a single Saturday afternoon and it deals parent-child relation. Question number 247. Rhodiard Kefling is considered an option A Anglo-Indian writer, option B Indo-Anglian writer, option C Indologist, and option D none of these, and the right answer for this question is option A Anglo-Indian writer. Joseph Rhodiard Kefling was born on 13 December 1865 and he was well aware of the environment of India and he wrote Anglo-Indian novels. Question number 248. Which of T.S. Eliot's poems is based on the musical pattern? Option A The Westland, option B Ash Wednesday, option C The Rock, option D Four Portraits, and the right answer for this question is option D Four Portraits. Question number 249. For most of his poetry Yeats defended on the source of option A the Irish legend and folklore only, the Indian legend, magic, and theosophy, option D both A and B, and option D none of these, and the right answer for this question is option C both A and B. Question number 250. Mrs. Warren's Probation, a band play of George Bernard Shaw, is about option A contemporary politics, option B child labor, option C scientific tempo, option D prostitution, and the right answer for this question is option D prostitution. Mrs. Warren's Probation is performed in New York on October 28. George Bernard Shaw's play Mrs. Warren's Probation, which deals frankly with prostitution, had been banned in Britain. Question number 251. In which of the following do we come across these lines? Things fall apart. The center cannot hold mere anarchy is loosed upon the world. Option A No Second Troy, option B The Second Coming, option C Adam's Course, and option D none of these, and the right answer for this question is option B The Second Coming. Question number 252. In ingrowning foliage and decency of society, he saw only a mask for hypocrisy as said about whom? Option A Daniel Defoe, option B Swift, option C Pope, and option D Dryden, and the right answer for this question is Jonathan Swift, option B. Question number 253. Who said every craft and every farce soon grows old and is passed over and forgotten? If it be without wisdom, this is not to be said, that whilst I love, so this is now to be said, that whilst I live, I wish to live, come after me a memory of good works. Option A King Alfred, option B John Wycliffe, option C Chaucer, option D Shakespeare, and the right answer for this question is option A King Alfred. 254. As out of the four given poets underneath, Chaucer was not indebted to one. Name him. Option A Homer, option B Dante, option C Virgil, and option D Ovid. The right answer for this question is option A Homer. That's all for today. Hope so you have enjoyed a lot. Once again, it is a request to you. Please subscribe and like our video. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.